please?
chaos. Beware of the dead. Ghost hunters, spooks, and demons.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Thriving in Chaos. Yeah, I can't even talk today. Welcome to the chaos that is my vocabulary. With me, as always, is my lovely partner in crime, Stella Rude.
Hi,
How are
everyone.
you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm super. We'll just forgive the fact that I can't speak properly.
It's fine.
Anyway, we have a great show planned. We have actually kidnapped, for your viewing pleasure, Miss Stacy Reed from Dark Echoes Paranormal. Hey, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm good. I'm on one of those like paranormal hangovers because we did an all-night investigation last night at the Clifton Theater in Huntington, PA.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was like 4:00. I loaded up the car, drove 3 hours home, slept maybe like 3 hours, and I was like, well, I'm not going to sleep all day because I won't sleep tonight. So I'm running on caffeine and sarcasm.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like my life.
Yep.
I'm jealous that you were not here in Huntington, West Virginia instead.
Oh, there's a Huntington, West Virginia?
There is. It's up by up by Point Pleasant.
We have a Point Pleasant in Pennsylvania.
We have a Point Pleasant in Maryland.
I guess they like recycling the names.
That's pretty funny.
I don't know if there's a
we
Huntington,
all agree.
Maryland, though.
We like Point Pleasant.
It just sounds so pleasant.
Our Point Pleasant's pretty haunted.
Oh, cool. Ours
is
like a
too.
neighborhood.
That's where ours has the Mothman.
Oh, okay.
That's fun.
Ours has, I don't know what. I'm not sure I want to know what.
Ours is just a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I blame you there, Stace.
So
how
last
was your
night
investigation?
we were at the Clifton Theater. And it was supposed to be streamed live on Paraflix. Our producer was supposed to make it, but unfortunately he had to attend a funeral today or a funeral service. So he couldn't make it. So I know two of our mediums were there, Bianca Rose and Shannon Collins. I know Shannon was doing TikTok live. I think some of it was streamed on Paraflix. It was supposed to be, but we didn't have all of Matt's, fancy professional equipment. And then I did a couple Facebook lives from our Dark Echoes Paranormal fan page. And it was great. Our one team member, John Griffin, showed up and he did his experiments called Project Apparition Hall. So if you've never heard of it, the short version of the story is he tries to adjust the moisture, temperature, and humidity in a location. And he uses a fog machine. And then once he uses the fog machine, he takes a green laser, and it has to be green. And he goes like this really fast with the laser.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone rapid shoots pictures. So I helped him. So I was rapid shooting the pictures while the laser goes like this. And you can actually see, like, he has caught his brother in the fog, like with the green laser.
Wow.
It's the
Oh,
most
wow.
insane thing I've ever seen. He takes the scientific approach to ghost hunting instead of just a, K2, hey, is there anybody in here? Can you
Yeah.
light up my K2? That sort of thing. He does the scientific approach. The man's a genius, let me tell you.
That's really cool.
Sounds
Yeah.
like it.
And
That's
everybody's
actually-
like, oh, why don't you use a strobe light or why don't you use this or that? But after years of research, because him and his brother Jeremy started this years ago, and then unfortunately Jeremy took his own life. So he's
Oh,
continuing
sorry.
it without Jeremy.
Oh,
Yeah.
And this is
that's rough.
their first step. It is rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to go on Facebook and I'm going to try and pull up one of the pictures he's captured. We did a live in October at the Palmyra Historical Museum in Palmyra, New York, which is a place that we filmed an episode at in season 1.
Mhm.
And this was like right around Halloween time. We did the live and he came and he did his Project Apparition Haul and we're live. So I couldn't speak, but I literally saw a face, like a whole head in the doorway behind him. And then when he did round number 2, I saw the whole head, face, body, all of it.
Wow.
It was the most insane thing
That's
I had
really
ever
cool.
seen. I'm like, but I can't talk. I'm like, I see it. And then later he showed us what he caught because he'll do, I think he said he gets about around 500 to 700 pictures.
Cool.
It's 400 to 500.
A
I
lot
can't
to go
remember.
through.
Yeah, but then what he does is he does his preliminary go through and he might pull a chunk out that could potentially be something. And then from that chunk, he narrows it down. And then from there, and he got one and he put it up to a picture of his brother and it was
pretty clear.
It still gives me the chills to talk about
Yeah.
it. It was his brother Jeremy. So
That's
me go
actually
on.
really
That's,
cool.
that's crazy.
Well, and I like that too because, there are people who kind of don't believe because it doesn't seem scientific enough, and that kind of gives them the proof, if they're willing to
Yeah.
accept it, of like that there actually is, there are apparitions that can appear after someone passes.
I don't know
'Cause
if that's gonna show
I kind of
up in
walk the line, like between the two, like whether I believe or I don't.
Yeah.
And because you see a lot of like shows where you can tell they're just clearly faking stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love when
Unfortunately, those are out there.
yeah. Well, and that's kind of
That-
what gives it a bad name. But when you have actual data, like that's so cool to me.
Yeah. Like he's a spreadsheet numbers guy,
Yeah.
Exact
Same.
seconds and exact amount of humidity and exact temperature and how many puffs from the fog machine. And he's trying to narrow it down to exactly this is what you need to do. So
Yeah.
this is like phase 1, step 1. So he hasn't actually gotten to he calls it Project Apparition Hall, but he hasn't gotten to the hall yet. He's doing all of these steps to get there.
That's
But
awesome.
what he's done so far is absolutely phenomenal.
That is really cool.
I
So
actually
he's
like
part of our
that you
team
said
on
it
Dark
was
Echoes.
live too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's live. So if you go to our regular Facebook page, it's the Dark Echoes Paranormal Facebook page, the live video should be there. It was from back in October. We filmed it right before Halloween. All right.
I
let's
actually
see if
think I invited you to that group, Stella.
I believe you did. I think I'm in it now.
We have 2 groups. So Matt runs the regular Dark Echoes page, which is all just Dark Echoes stuff. And then I run the fan page, which is, of course, I'm going to promote, updates on the team and
Yeah.
stuff, but it's for other teams that we work with and connect with to post, promote, ask questions, share evidence, post.
Oh,
I
that's
think that's the
cool.
one I'm in. Is the one that she's running for
The fan page.
everybody.
Yeah. You
Because
invited
Lord
me to
knows
one
I
of 'em.
advertise in it all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I tell everybody. Go for it. We all
Yeah.
try and work
I'm-
together. We all try and support each other.
Yeah.
I'm famous as the Facebook stalker of celebrities, just saying.
She is. I didn't believe her at first, but whoo! She's
That's funny.
quite an awesome
Well, I'm going to look for
stalker.
that picture in a minute, but
Yeah.
I'm the
The cool
OG.
part is-
Thank you.
she gets a title. She needs a crown. Stalker.
She
crown.
does need a crown. Oh,
I do.
I will send you a crown so fast.
I am so glad that you guys have recognized that you are my loyal subjects. You
I'll
are
have to
here
make her
because
one.
I allow it.
That's
Just
too
kidding. I'm
funny.
not that much of a diva yet, but give me an hour or two.
One day. One
When we
one
filmed
hour.
at Palmyra, our episode for season 1. I don't know if you've ever heard of Brimstone. He's been a wrestler. He's an actor, an author. He has his own radio show, Grindhouse. I can't remember the full name. But anyways, so he was a WWE wrestler. He's a big dude. So nice, so sweet. And he was our special
it's
guest.
not somebody else that we know.
Oh, that's funny.
What, Brimstone?
He sounds a lot like somebody else that we know that fits the same description, but not him.
It's not the same person.
Oh, okay. So Brimstone was our special guest investigator, and he said, he was like, ever since my mom passed, like, I'd like answers. I'd like to know, is there an afterlife? He's like, right now I'm a skeptic, so I am here to see. Maybe we get something, maybe we don't. Because our motto is, we'll never say a place is haunted. We will give you the evidence we got, and we will let it up to the audience to decide if it's haunted. We're never going to say it's haunted. You never hear us say the word demon. We don't, say anything is evil and, what the clickbait and all that stuff. And satanic. And
you mean not everything is a demon? What?
Nope, we don't run and scream.
What?
There is no clickbait. Like, we're just 100%
natural,
100% real.
I love that. So, like, and that's what I was saying when we were off camera. I was like, it's like, or maybe I wasn't off camera. I don't know. ADHD, I never know. I'm just talking. Is that, when it's when you can tell that it's real, like, that's what makes it cool. Because you can actually tell what's going on.
Sometimes we get stuff, sometimes we don't. Sometimes there's, some dead air till we finally get activity. Because we film for hours. And then Matt has to fit it into, I think it's like 65 minutes.
Whew.
Is the TV show. Crazy. So we're taking hours of filming.
Is that with or without commercials?
No commercials.
Oh, good.
Although we're on international TV. We're over in Ireland, so I have no idea if they have commercials over there or not.
My kind of show. I like commercial free. I hate the platforms that make you pay for their platforms and then make you watch commercials on top of it. Like, I'm already paying to watch this shit. Like, why do I need commercials too? If I want commercials, I just stick to cable.
You can find us on Paraflix. You can find us on Amazon Prime as soon as season 1 is fully uploaded, because people were like, oh, I don't want an episode here, an episode there. I want to binge watch. I want the whole season.
Oh, yeah.
It's me. So, I'm people. Hi.
You're the
I'm
reason.
The problem. It's me.
You are a problem. Like a whole problem.
Yes,
but
I'm not an asshole. I'm the whole ass. Thank you.
That's true. That's true. It's been a very long time. Yeah, at least you're not half-assed.
I don't do anything half-assed. Obviously, I can't even get sick half-assed. Everybody else gets, the pneumonia or the bronchitis or the flu. Me, what do I get? I get COVID, pneumonia, and 3 types of the flu all at once. And hell, just for the hell of it, we'll throw in a heart attack in there too.
Everybody's got their thing. Yeah.
Mine apparently is escaping death. Okay. Final Destination ain't got shit on me.
There you go. Kick that to the curb.
Yeah. So are you on season 2 now? Are you recording season 2 now?
So right now Matt is editing the season finale, which we filmed at Wildwood Sanitarium in Salamanca.
Oh, we're gonna have them on the show someday.
Yeah. Well, they're
scheduled. It's just a couple months away.
Awesome. So we start filming season 2 at the end of February. All locations are booked. We pick a different medium for each location. Our medium goes in blind. So they know, obviously they're going to know the state that they're in and the general kind of area, but they have no clue what location they're going to. We blindfold them. We bring them there and they come in and they do a reading on the place. That way it is 100% authentic, genuine. There's no gimmicks. That just shows the capabilities of our mediums.
Yeah.
We have 5 mediums that we work
test
with.
my own abilities.
Nice. We're going to blindfold you.
Yeah. I was just going to say we should just kidnap Rebel and take her and see what she can do.
I would love to. I would love to test my abilities.
Yeah, we're just not going to tell you we're coming though. That's
like a kidnapping, but no.
Just going to show up.
Maybe
Put 'em-
Maybe I've
Your
already
head.
seen it. I've
She'll
already
see it.
seen it. Woo!
But wait till she's done with pneumonia and COVID and all that, because I don't want to. I don't want to get sick.
Yeah, we don't want that. You can keep that to yourself.
That was 2 years ago. It's okay.
Okay, good. So our episode at Palmyra, New York, we had Greg Nicholson as our medium, and
I know
he
that
got
name.
in the door and still had the blindfold on, and he was just rapid firing information. Like everything was just.
Oh, that's
It was
awesome.
hitting him like my jaw dropped to the floor. I've never seen or heard anything like that before. He even came up with stuff that not even public knowledge. Like nobody knows. It was the most insane
Oh,
thing ever. It's crazy.
that's awesome.
That just showed you how authentic
Sounds
and
like we
like
need
how
to
good
meet
they
him.
are.
I know. So I never believed in mediums until I met one, and she got so many things right that like nobody knew, and like just some
Mm.
details, and I was like, well, now I do, and that was before Rebel and I reconnected, so I did not realize Rebel had similar abilities.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I've actually had people
Yes.
dream about me before they met
Really?
me. Yeah. Actually, the last person that I did a investigation for, she dreamt of me for like 2 years before she found me on Facebook to help her.
Huh.
Wow. So
She
they were
said that
smacking
she
her
had
in the face
called.
for 2 years telling her to find you.
Yeah, she said that she had reached out to different ghost hunters in our area, because she's from West Virginia like me, just like way on the other side of West Virginia. She's like 3 hours from me. But she said that she had reached out to other ghost hunters and they couldn't find her problem. And she had reached out to different churches and like clergy, and they also couldn't find her problem. But I walked in the door and literally found all of it without her telling me anything. And I wouldn't,
Nice.
she kept trying to tell me information because she didn't know what I needed to know and what I didn't. And I'm like, no, don't tell me any of this, or it's going to
Mhm.
affect what I'm
Right.
seeing. You know, I want to tell you what I see, not formulate what I think you want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way to do it. 100% authentic, genuine.
Yeah.
When we go to locations, we go in blind. We don't want to know the history. Producer doesn't want to know. I don't want to
Yeah.
know. We're going to go in there just knowing this is where we're at, and that's that.
The part that scared her was when we went out to the backyard, because she hadn't told me, like, at one point, I think I had her tell me, like, a little bit about what happened, but not necessarily where or to who it happened to. Just kind of an idea of, you know, are we dealing with human spirits or demonics? And obviously it was demonics. But we went, after I had found out where she had kind of opened the portal in her house, we went out back, and I remember standing there by her fire pit, and I'm like, what happened to the tree stand that was here? And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, there was a tree here, and the witch that was plaguing her had hung herself from that tree. And every time she had seen the witch in her dreams, she was always crumpled up and unrecognizable. And she couldn't figure out why. It's because she had hung herself in the tree and ended up, the rope broke and she landed down where the fire pit was and crumpled up when she landed. And the client was like, how did you know that? Because there was it wasn't like they had freshly cut this tree down. I mean, it had been probably a decade since the tree was there. There was literally no sign whatsoever that there was a tree. And she was like, how did you know there was a tree? And that's literally where all this activity was coming from, was around the fire pit. I'm still in contact with her today. But
nice.
Speaking of locations, what was the most haunted location you guys investigated?
On the show, I would probably say Palmyra, New York. That one actually ended up being 2 episodes because it was such a good, yeah, like it was crazy. And then we went back and we did our live. That was, I don't even have words for it, that place. So it's a bunch of museums. I think there's like 4 or 5 buildings. And some of the buildings were actually like relocated to where they are now. Like they literally picked up the building and moved it across town.
Oh, wow.
And the director is Tracy Murphy. Amazing woman. She is so, so nice. and we have I think we went in 2 of the buildings, 2 out of the 5. And the one of them, it used to be the old Phelps General Store. So when we were doing the live, because I'm like thinking like, okay, time period, what would have been popular back then? I'm like, tobacco. I don't smoke, but I use a trigger object and I put a pack of cigarettes in my pocket. So I'm down there talking whatever. And I said, hey, you know, do you have any of these? Do you have tobacco? Can I buy some? And my REM pod started going off. Because I try to like make that personal connection. Like upstairs, when we filmed the episode, I would read a book to the children, stuff like that. The one episode we filmed, I would play hide and seek, you know. Like I try and get a trigger object or something that fits with the situation. So I have a whole backpack full of crap that I carry around.
That gives a whole new meaning to the term peekaboo.
Yeah. But it was really cool. So that's the episode we had Brimstone on. And after doing the walkthrough, because the first thing we do is we do a walkthrough with the location owner, director, whoever runs it, and they give us the history and tell us the story. And we did that with Brimstone. And once we got back, Brimstone goes, absolutely not. Nope, I am not investigating. He said, I'm a big guy and I can fight what I see. He goes, but I can't fight what I can't see. He goes, I saw stuff. I heard stuff. Nope, I'm not doing it. And he tapped out. He wouldn't investigate. That place is so active that without us even investigating or trying to get evidence, stuff was popping off. Noises, bags, voices, shadows. Yeah.
So you said there's 5 buildings. Are you going to be able to go back and do like the other buildings?
4 or 5. I'm sure we could at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, Tracy's great. She'll welcome us back anytime. We're gonna like focus on other locations.
Yeah, obviously.
2, but I'd absolutely love to go back there.
That would be awesome.
Such a great place. I did. So there was a fire way back in the day, and I think it was 6 kids that passed away in the fire. So I'm upstairs with my light up dowsing rods. One of our sponsors is the Ghost Hunter store, Dave Giuliani. Cool. So I have the light up dowsing rods. So I was like asking them, you know, is there 1 child with me? They'd cross. Is there 2 children? And I got to 6, and I'm like, all 6 kids are here. Holy crap. Like, it was so cool to see. That's in the live from October.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, but that's a fantastic location. That Wildwood was crazy too. That was awesome. But I can't really talk about that one because the episode's not
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No spoilers. No. Yeah.
No, don't spoil it because we want everybody to watch it. Show. Yeah. Well, it's on Prime, so.
Prime and Paraflix, but Prime, if you purchase an episode already, you can still access it. If you haven't, Matt's working on the season finale, and then they're going to upload the whole season all at once.
Okay.
Well, I'm definitely going to have you tell me when the whole season's up there, because I'm the people that likes to binge watch.
Me too.
Yeah.
Or you can go on Paraflix if you have a subscription to Paraflix. Right now, I think you can try it like a free trial. But Natalie Jones that runs Paraflix, she is super supportive, super nice. She was part of our event last night at the Clifton Theater.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, we were putting a live stream on Paraflix.
So the one you did last night, that was a live stream?
It was supposed to be live streamed on Paraflix. I'm not sure how they did it. It might have been with Shannon's cell phone.
Oh, cool.
Because Matt wasn't able to make it with the equipment. But yeah, that was a live stream. That was just, we were celebrating Bianca's birthday and Mike's birthday. And they were like, let's do a red carpet event at the Clifton Theater.
Oh, that's cool.
That theater has some awesome history. Built in 1796, I believe. Started as an opera house. The Freemasons used to use the one theater for their little meetings and whatever they did. They said they see a lady in a red dress coming down the steps. They see that frequently.
Oh, wow.
We went in Theater 4. Theater 4, I felt really heavy, really tight on my chest. And then I was getting like this sharp pain in my breast. And then other investigator, when they went in, they felt like they were being stabbed. And at one point, it felt like I was like kicked behind my knee, like on my left knee, like somebody, tried to kick me down. And that was an active place.
Yeah, that sounds like it's pretty active.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. It was like 3 hours from me in Huntington, PA. I think it was near
Yeah.
State College.
Oh, my niece went to state college, so and my grandfather too, actually. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so that's actually pretty cool. Um, and my family is from the Altoona area, so I'm pretty
Oh,
familiar
okay.
with that space. I don't know where Huntington is though.
Never heard of it. I put in the
No.
GPS and there I was.
Mhm.
They must
Yeah.
be on the map though. They have a Walmart.
Yeah, you're not considered a place until there's a McDonald's and a Walmart.
They got both. Yep.
That's
I
funny.
always go to Walmart everywhere I go. I stop in Walmart because my boys collect Hot Wheels, so I always got to go in there and check.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I get it.
So I went in Walmart. Yep, but that was
I'm
a
an
cool place.
internet
and I would
window
love to go back.
shopper.
Mm.
So I get snow globes from everywhere for my kids, or like just like little knickknacks, like just ridiculous stuff.
Mhm.
So anytime I go somewhere, I like to get like little things for them or keychains. Keychains are big for right now, so because mine
Yeah.
are just they're 9 and 11, so they don't need anything crazy. But yeah, same deal. I always just get something cute.
Yeah, everywhere we go, I find a Walmart, Target, whatever.
Yeah,
Go buy some Hot Wheels because I could get them like keychains or knickknacks or whatever, but they collect Hot Wheels, so
yeah, yeah. My son has a million Hot Wheels. He has some of his uncles, but he never plays with them, so we just don't do that.
oh, they
Oh,
collect them in the package. Certain ones they keep in the package, like collector's items.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, isn't
Yeah.
that like the male version of Barbies? Like you're not
Yeah,
supposed to play
kinda.
with them; you're supposed to just watch them collect dust
Look at them.
and value.
They have them
Oh.
in bins. They have them in like big totes and stuff to keep them protected. And
That's
yeah,
really cool though. I feel like the Hot Wheels are a little bit they're a lot well, not a little bit. They're a lot different than like the Barbies because like I had a bunch of Barbies that were collector editions. I gave them to my daughter and she's played with them because I was like, I'm not gonna sell them. You might as well play with them. Like it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
the funny thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, don't do this. Don't play with them. Don't take them out of the box. They're collector's items. They're worth money someday." But then you never sell them. You're not going to
Yeah.
sell them.
yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Play with it. They're toys.
Well, I know that I'm far too lazy to do all of that work, so I won't do it. So she could just play with them.
Right?
I'll buy my little one, my 8-year-old. I'll buy him double so he can save one and play with one.
Yeah,
So
that'd be
we're
cool.
we're halfway there.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Beanie Babies from the 90s.
Yes.
Yep.
I had like 3,000 of those things and they're worthless now except for
Worth
like
nothing.
one. The Princess Diana bear is the only one worth anything, I think.
I have that one. I have Garcia, and then I have the Rainbow and Iggy lizards that are named the opposite. And those are all like the ones that are like worth something, but I'm not getting rid of them. So
I remember
doesn't matter.
spending hours as a kid hunting down all these rare and super rare Beanie Babies and getting the
Mhm.
tag protectors and the plastic
Mhm.
cases just to sit there and stare at them. And now they are worthless.
Yep.
I think
I
I
worked
spent
at
more money
McDonald's
on the
for
hobby
McDonald's
than
back in
it's
the day.
worth.
Yeah. What were you saying, Stacy?
I worked at McDonald's when they had the Beanie Babies and the Happy Meals.
Oh,
We'd have
Yes.
people line up outside the door before we even opened for those darn
Yeah.
Beanie Babies.
I
my parents
remember
were those
that.
parents for me.
After that, I was like, I never want to see another Beanie Baby in my life.
Yeah. Well, then they just like stopped showing up everywhere. So it's just like, oh, okay.
My dogs
Yeah.
use them for toys now.
My kids have all of my old ones that I didn't get rid of.
I'm like, do you know
There you
you're eating $100 Beanie Baby right now? And they're like, and
Aw.
your point is, do
My
I
dog
care
was
how
the
much
coolest.
it's worth?
As long as it's not the Princess Diana one, you're good.
Yeah.
That one's super preserved. I don't even think I touched that bear the entire time I owned it.
Nice.
Mine's a nut
The
protector.
box, the tag protector and the box were for.
Yeah. So where's like a dream location that like if you could go anywhere in film and do an investigation, where would you go?
If it's in the United States, I would say my dream location would be Alcatraz.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
that
just
would
think
be
that would
really
be
cool.
so friggin' cool.
Yeah.
If it was out of the United States, probably like Dracula's castle. There
that
has
would
to
be
be
Yes.
something around in there. There has to
That
be.
is on my bucket list.
Let's
I want
go.
to go to Romania and see Dracula before I die. Although at the
Yeah.
rate I'm going, I may meet him before I get to see his castle.
I just want to know if there's heat. Is it heated? That's all I want to know.
Oh, I
Then I
don't
can know
know.
when to go over there. Like some locations aren't heated. Like we have an episode coming up and there's no heat in there might be heat in one room, but most of it doesn't have heat. So I'm like, okay, let me get like an electric jacket. Let me get
Yeah.
electric hand warmers. Matt's
You're gonna
prepared
be
for the heater. I'm a
a
wuss when it
walking
comes
electric
to
blanket.
I have
Yeah.
electric blankets. Yep.
I don't think I could handle
I
that
will.
because I am a chicken when it's cold.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm anemic, so I can't handle
Ah,
the cold.
I'm just a
so
baby.
you're always
That's
cold.
really
Yep.
what it is. I'm not anemic.
When
I
I
I
was
just
moved
a
into
kid,
enjoy
a
I
it.
new
didn't mind it.
locations and they don't have like electricity or running water, and I'm like, why? How is this a
Mm-mm.
tourist attraction with no amenities?
Yeah.
They're like, here,
Yeah.
you got to go out to the porta potty in the 20-degree weather. Nope, I'll hold
Yeah.
it. Forget it. I'll just not drink anything for the whole day.
Right?
It's crazy what we do with ghost hunters, though, because I really would just not drink anything all day, so I didn't have to use a porta potty in 20-degree weather.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Or a hay bale in a barn.
They said Penhurst. I've never been to Penhurst, which is crazy because I think I'm only an hour and a half away. But they said Penhurst, you have to use porta potties outside.
I did their Halloween haunted attraction where you walk through.
Hmm.
How
And
was that?
it was not the best thing I've ever done. Like honestly,
Was
but
it
it wasn't
disappointing?
it was only disappointing because like it was literally just a line of people through the whole thing. So like there was no
Oh,
time for anybody to like set up because I mean haunted attractions they're meant to be like scare zones so that you get scared. That's the whole point. Um, and they didn't have any time to like set up between people because it was just a constant line. Like there wasn't like a break at like doorways or anything.
oh.
So yeah.
So you just
So
kind of
like
walk through, and that was that.
yeah, yeah. Uh
Hmm.
so my favorite actually we're gonna have her on the show at some point. The Haunted Mill. So Kim, who owns the Haunted Mill, does an amazing job. And there's like a
Kim's
break where
Crypt?
like yes, yep,
Yes,
Oh, we
she's
did an
going to be on
episode
the
then.
23rd, actually.
yeah.
Oh,
So
cool. We did an episode there. She's awesome.
she is. And she did so hers the one she had in Essex down here was cool. I did that one time and then she moved to PA. But I did the
Mhm.
Haunted Mill before she bought it. And it was cool then
Oh,
too. Like it was
cool.
she has kept like the integrity of the Haunted Mill so well and I can't wait to tell her that. Um but she has kept the integrity of the Haunted Mill and it's just amazing. I will say though bathroom wise before she bought it, it was the creepiest bathroom I've ever seen. It was like uh Rebel, you may have seen it, but it was like you just walk in and there are like 3 holes cut into like planks of wood just on like a seat.
Mm-mm.
It was
Mm-mm.
weird. And it was like this like a almost like a bench
No.
and then
No.
like 3 holes and I was like, no. My sister-in-law and I we were like Rebel the one you know. We were walk back and she was like, I have to go to the bathroom and so we like go over there and we like open the door and she goes, never mind.
No.
She was just like, nope.
But like,
I
what
don't
am I
think I
supposed to
blamed
do
her.
with that?
Yeah. Yeah. And my cousin gave us like the worst directions there, but we found it. It was funny. But the way that she does it is like they have time to set up the scares in each room before you go in.
Mhm.
So as long as you don't have a jerk in front of you like we did the last time we were there, um, you actually get the experience and you get to see it too. And the Haunted Mill is just a really cool area.
Yeah.
I really
I
liked
grew
when
up
she
in
did her
Lancaster
camp
County,
out.
so I know that area.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so my grandparents actually are in Gettysburg, so or Littlestown, so I spent a
Okay,
lot of time
cool.
up there, so yeah. It's
Our
pretty cool.
Kim's Crypt episode is already on Paraflix.
I'm totally gonna go watch that now. Now I'm gonna
That was
subscribe to
medium.
Paraflix.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it because it's all paranormal content. Like you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's
Our
made for people
medium,
like us.
yeah. Our medium Bianca Rose, when she came into Kim's Crypt, she still had the blindfold on. We led her to the inside of, I got to remember which one it was. The stone one on the left that has the actual mill wheel in it.
Mhm.
So she's just in that first room and still with
Mhm.
the blindfold on. She picked up that it was a mill. She picked up that it was because she was like, I see a lady and she's bloody. She's like, but it's not real blood. It's like almost like a pretend, like a
Mhm.
character, and like, oh, she was fantastic. That was a great episode.
So are
Cold.
you talking
but
about the
good.
room where you go in and it's like where they have everybody line up to like go into the attraction itself?
I've never been to the attraction
Oh,
itself.
gotcha.
I've just investigated that place twice, and one of them was when we filmed the episode. It's the stone building. If you're looking where you like pay, it's the
Mhm.
stone building on the left,
I
I
think I know
think it might
exactly
be
what you're
the
talking
House
about.
of Eyes,
Yep.
multiple
maybe?
Yep.
levels.
That's the House of Eyes, yeah.
House of
Yeah,
Eyes.
'cause the
Okay.
and the
Okay.
stairway is really narrow, like, and
Yes.
weird almost. Yeah, that's the House of
So
Eyes.
it's like you have to weave through the line or whatever, and then you go in the
Yeah.
stone building. We were in that very first room there. And then she was just like, feeling this, feeling that, seeing this, seeing that. And yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
That was a good investigation.
Yeah. I love that place. Like, that's one of my favorite places to go Halloween time. I didn't get a chance to go last year. I was really sad about it. Um, but yeah, that's so cool. And I love the fact that you're like close to me. So some of the places you talk about, I kind of know.
Yay. So you'll
It's just
probably know
kinda in
some of the
between both
places
of
for
us.
season 2 that I can't say, but when we
Yeah.
get there,
Yeah.
when
Don't
we
tell
get
us.
there,
Don't
you'll
tell us.
probably know. I'm not allowed. Matt would
I'd be
wring my
very
neck.
upset with you. Yeah. At the
But I
very
know
least.
I have a contest going on the Dark Echoes fan page. Just telling people guess a location, and I gave a hint. I said it's on the East Coast. Just guess a location that you think we're going to film at. And if anybody
Oh.
guesses it right, I'll mail them a little goodie bag. If nobody guesses it right, I'll just take all the names, go through, and just pick a random name. Just
Oh,
so
that'll
you
be
know,
so
a
cool.
little goodie bag.
You're filming at all the haunted locations. There, I win.
Rebel got it. See,
See, that's why
we
you
don't
have
need
her
to
around.
do this anymore.
Unfair. She's a medium.
Yeah, I
This
was
is my
gonna say
psychic
she's a medium.
ability.
Does that count? It's like, hold on, let me see where they're going.
Um, yeah, no, like I love, I don't know, I feel like that area has so many different like haunted spots that you could go to. So that's really cool.
Mhm.
Um,
I'd be
go
the
ahead.
one that's like, "Oh, I see where you're going to film. It's a building surrounded by trees.
And there's a
People have
parking
been there.
lot.
People have been there. It's a public place, but it's probably abandoned now."
But definitely
So
haunted. Definitely haunted.
yeah, there are a couple places that I
Definitely
didn't
haunted.
realize were probably haunted that I've heard about, like in the Gettysburg area, just because, you know, I love Gettysburg because I spent a lot of my childhood there.
Mhm.
Um, but I know like the Jenny Wade house, and then like there's a restaurant we used to go to, um, called General Pickett's. I don't even know if it's still open, but I heard that place was also haunted. So I'm like, there's just like a bunch of like random places that
I
just
think the whole
I've heard
town,
haunted.
just
It's just
everywhere.
what's Gettysburg? So it's like going to Philadelphia
Yeah.
and seeing, you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing because there's so much history in that spot that it only
Mhm.
makes sense. And a lot, you know, it's you know, Battle of Gettysburg kind of happened there, so there's a lot of crazy stuff happened. A lot of people passing away at that
You
time.
know how they say in Gettysburg you can hear the screams out in the woods? And
Mhm.
I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But my old team, we investigated the farmhouse that's on the battlefield,
Mhm.
and we went out and we're walking through the yard, which is where because I guess what they did was this wounded soldier showed up at the door, and they either said, "Come in, we're going to amputate something," or "Go to the barn and pray with the priest because you're done."
Mhm.
And they would amputate the limbs and just chuck them out the window.
Oh my gosh.
So we went outside into the yard, and you can hear the screaming in the woods. It's
Yeah.
insane. Like I actually heard it, and I'm like, holy! Like you can actually
Yeah.
hear the screaming in the woods. It was crazy.
Yeah, well, like, that whole area, I think, is just, like, such a hotbed for energy, which feels
Yeah.
counterintuitive to say. So
Ugh.
my grandparents' house actually sits, and according to my dad, it actually sits in a spot where they would have faced the troops, uh, on those, you know, those days when they were marching in, they would actually have seen those, marching towards the battlefield. Um, and then my dad said when they bought the house, there was a hallway, which my grandfather eventually closed off. He built a basement. But there was a hallway that led from the front of the house to the back of the house. Side note that the front of the house is always the back of the house to me because we never came in the front door. So it's backwards to me. But he said at one point he was in that hallway and there's like a little boy that just kind of shows up randomly in their house. So their house has definitely got a ghost. But staying there as a kid, it's very eerie. Like it definitely has like energy around it.
Yeah. Do they still have the house, or are they?
For now, yeah. So
Cool.
my grandfather's passed away, but my grandmother still lives there. But for now they have it, but I don't know what's gonna go on with it. So it's cool that they still have it though.
Yeah. Do they still
Yeah.
see the little boy, or they don't really talk about it?
I have never seen him.
Hmm.
I have heard like creaking floorboards and such, but I've never actually seen
Okay.
him. And I have no idea if anybody's seen him recently since the basement had been built. Because my grandfather literally dug out the basement. So
Okay.
and he shut off the hallway, so there's a door that goes nowhere. Or I think it's a closet, but it doesn't go anywhere. So I don't know if they
Oh,
still see him or not.
huh.
Yeah.
That's cool. I would love to go metal detecting in Gettysburg, see if I find anything.
That would
Wouldn't that be cool, right?
that would be cool. That would be cool.
I don't know if you're allowed.
I don't know. I would
I don't
imagine
know.
probably not.
Yeah,
Imagine how many
probably
people would be
not.
doing that very same thing.
To see if they
Right.
get any artifacts, or
Yeah.
that would be cool though.
What's the farthest you've traveled for an investigation?
I would say Massachusetts to the Waterfront Inn. I think that was a 6-hour drive.
Ooh.
I was
think.
just in Massachusetts back
Yeah.
in November. Yeah, November. I went to Fall River to the Lizzie Borden Inn, and I went to Salem.
Nice. I always want to go to Salem, and everybody's like, stay away at like Halloween time. It's too crowded. It's too
Yes.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'll get
Go
there
when
one
it's
day.
freezing.
But I actually heard that like a lot of the witch trial stuff was actually done in Danvers. So that might be worth like if you're going to even check out Danvers, that area too.
I heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have team members from all over.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
I'm in PA, and Investigator Jacqueline's in PA. And then 2 of our mediums, Shannon and Bianca, and our investigator, John, they're in New York. Matt's the producer, editor, and host. He's in Connecticut. We have Scott, the Boston medium, and he's in Massachusetts. We have Stacia, one of our amazing mediums. She's in Ohio. Gregory Nichols, I don't remember where he lives, but it's not PA.
He's
But
not
we're kind
important.
of scattered all over. So when we schedule a filming, then we all gather together for our filming.
That's really cool though. Well, I mean, you're all
Yeah.
East Coast based, so that's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was invited to Tennessee. I have a friend's team down there, and anytime I want to come down and investigate, he's like, you guys come on down. My friend Jason from Get That Ghost.
Oh.
So that's cool. So hopefully after season 2, maybe we can branch out a little bit, because right now we primarily stay on the East Coast because people have jobs, people work, got to take time off, traveling, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. We have lots of sponsors, but it's not like, they're not sponsoring like gas money and stuff like that. We have equipment sponsors. Matt has film sponsors.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's cool though, because it's like you can, keep your regular stuff and then do it on the side, but you're still like a regular person who just happens to be on TV.
Yeah. I make markers and I ghost hunt.
How often do you guys do your filming? Are you weekly like us, or do you just go sporadically? Do you have a set schedule?
So filming starts the end of February, and then we have about 2 filmings or events per month. And then we go till June or July, depends. Yep.
Is it hard transitioning back to regular civilian life after doing the TV show thing? Is it hard to go back to being normal after being a superhero?
I don't think I'll ever be normal, but
being normal is vastly overrated.
It depends on your definition of normal.
We don't need to do that. But I'd almost like the only time that I don't have anything going on is like Thanksgiving, Christmas, because there'll be like events like we had last night at the Clifton Theater. or we did a watch party at the Bath Exchange in Bath, PA, which is like a half an hour for me. So when that episode was ready, then Lauren from the Bath Exchange did a watch party. People could buy a ticket, come, and we watched the episode on a big screen. So even if we're not filming, like there's still other things to do because we're going to be at HillCon at Hillview Manor. I think that's in June.
That's cool.
And we're going to have a table. You can meet the mediums. And then we are going to do a live investigation, and it's going to be aired on Paraflix.
Very cool.
Because Natalie Jones is awesome. So we air stuff on Paraflix. We live stream. She is so supportive. She's really cool. Love Paraflix.
That's awesome.
So what I keep hearing is we're definitely getting memberships to Paraflix.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably going to happen.
I have a code. I think it's, I have to look it up, but a code to get a discount. It's off a yearly subscription. I think it's like Dark Echoes 25 or Dark Echoes 30, but it'll give you a discount on a yearly subscription.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, or you can do the monthly. But
yeah, that's fair. That's really cool.
Paraflix.
I love it. I didn't even know it was out there, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I'll have to tell my partner because he's also all about the paranormal stuff, so I'll have to make sure I tell him.
Very cool. And then we like to tell people once you watch an episode, you can go on the fan page or the regular Dark Echoes page, and you can say, "Hey, I watched whatever episode, and I think it's haunted because whatever," or "I don't think it's haunted," or we like feedback. We like to start discussions with our fans, and we will never say it's haunted.
Right.
You can be like, "Oh, with the evidence you got, yep, I think it is."
Yeah. Well, and I like that too because you're not just going into it saying like we know that it's haunted and here's why and we're going to prove it. It's more just like we're going to give you the evidence and you can figure it out. Like you can decide for yourself if you want to believe that.
We're not going to yell demon and go run and scream and
yeah.
That's what I always loved about like the ghost adventures back in the day. Like they'd spend half the show trying to provoke the ghost and then the other half run away once the ghosts are ready to square up.
Yeah, it's like you asked for it.
It's like, come on, man. Come on. Why don't you come at me, bro? Come at me, bro. Oh my
God. Like, show yourself. And then when they do, they're like, ah.
oh, the demon is coming after me now. I don't know why. What did I do?
We just laugh. I mean, seriously, some of these people on TikTok, like, it's so ridiculous. I just can't. Yeah. Last night, though, was so funny. I screamed like a girl at Clifton Theater. So I'm doing a live on the fan page. Yeah. You should have heard it, though. me and John Griffin, we were having so much fun because I tripped over the red carpet when we were walking up for the interview, and I was tripping all night. It was so funny. But we were up in the we were down in the basement, and it literally felt like something went like this and like pulled my hair up, like something in my hair, and I'm like, ah, because I wasn't expecting it.
I feel like I would have screamed too, honestly.
Yeah,
if you're gonna mess with it, at least make it look pretty.
Can you braid it or something? Like,
yeah,
French braid it for me live on camera.
Do one of those those amazing Viking braided hairstyles like that I love, but would never have the time or patience to do myself.
I have no time. I wash it, I wrap it in a towel, and that's all you get.
Yeah, I definitely have the length now.
Yep,
but
I ain't got time for no.
Oh, dude, I put castor oil in my hair, which my daughter told me dries it out, but it works for me. And then I call it a day, and I just let it dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a wash and wear kind of person. I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care.
I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't care.
I don't care. I love
it. With my work schedule, I have no time.
Yeah.
It's not even our back to school season yet, but we're already working overtime.
Oh gosh.
So every weekend, if I'm not filming, I'm working. So it's going to be crazy because I have a 7 to 3 day job, but somebody's got to fill the orders. So we work mandatory overtime. So that, filming, doing my PR work, promotion. I started doing locations, like booking locations. Some of our mediums get some amazing locations, and I'm still learning how to do it. Matt's teaching me a lot, but it's just nonstop go, go, go. Single mom, house, dog, it just, I don't even know when I sleep.
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
Crazy.
I have a very similar life. If you count this, I have 3 jobs. So I totally get it. I have the 2 kids, also a single mom, just trying to fit everything into just the couple of hours a day that you're actually supposed to be awake.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah. I don't have time for makeup and hair because I literally wake up, shower, and go to work.
I don't either. Like I'm guilty of putting makeup on in the car on the way to a filming,
Yeah.
and I probably shouldn't, but I'm guilty.
Yeah.
My car has like lane assist and adaptive cruise
Same.
control and all that, and
That's
and
what all the
then I'll
doodads are for.
a
Yeah.
little lipstick and make myself look half decent.
Yeah,
Coffee
I'm
and
not gonna lie.
sarcasm, that's what I do every day.
Yep.
I'm a stay-at-home fur baby mama. I don't
Oh,
do
there
nothing
you
but this
go.
show. This show
Yeah.
is my entire livelihood right now.
It is, but also she cooks all the time. I just want you to know that.
Mm,
So
okay.
we were just talking about that today. Like she cooks all the time. So
I cook
She's
tonight
the-
I
too.
try and cook. I do 2 meals on a Sunday, so that way I have food for lunches, food for dinner, and then when I run out of food, then it's like, well, we're gonna have chicken tenders and mac and cheese for dinner. Something easy. Because I try
Yeah.
not to do too much cooking during the week.
yeah, I use my crock pot a lot.
Oh,
Whenever-
I die without
Mine is
crock
my
pot.
best friend.
Yep, I have 4 of
Yeah.
them in different sizes.
I cook just about everything in my crock pot. Matter of fact, I made meatball gravy tonight for dinner in my crock pot.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Yeah. I
Because
have
the
so
gravy's
4.
homemade.
Hair.
I have
I made these
3 or 4
really
of them
good.
myself too. So yeah, I get it.
I made these really good grape jelly chili sauce meatballs in the crock pot.
Ooh.
So
I'm coming to
good.
your house.
They're on Pinterest. Look them up.
They're so good.
Oh, and I did a French toast casserole, and I put crushed walnuts on top, and then I put butter and brown sugar and cinnamon, so it was like kind of candied
Ooh, that
walnuts.
sounds
Oh,
good.
that was good. This is why I'll never be skinny. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
I
Food
don't
is
care.
too good.
I love to cook, so it's whatever.
Yeah. My favorite
You
thing
know
is
what?
the simplest pot roast is my favorite thing to do because you can throw in all kinds of different vegetables in it and get this like delicious gravy. And it's so easy. That's my favorite thing to do in it.
Yep.
I'm literally at a point in my life where I'm like, there's some days I'm like, I should really start taking care of myself. And then there's other days where I see these people that never did a drug, never drank, never smoked a cigarette, and they still died anyway.
Everybody dies.
Exactly. I'm at that point. I'm going to go fat and happy. I don't give a shit anymore.
If people
Live it up.
didn't die, Stacy wouldn't have a job.
Neither would
see,
we.
exactly.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. We
wouldn't
literally
have a
started
job
this.
either.
I was like, we started this as a we're going to talk to paranormal people, like people in the paranormal world, and it kind of ended up just like we went horror, and then we were like, you know what? We're just going to talk to people.
Just anybody.
Well, I mean, it kind of exploded, and everybody was like, "Hey, let's be on your show." So now we have celebrity actors, we have filmmakers, we have authors, we have comedians, we have ghost hunters. We got the works. We got a guy for
Nice.
everything at this point.
Yeah.
There you go, keeping you busy.
Well, I dig the ghost hunters though because it's like so interesting to me because again, like when you walk the line between like believing and not believing, and it's like when you talk about it and then you speak of the process, like it's kind of like, well, maybe I do believe. It'd be interesting to
think
go and find out.
I don't
My
see
only
that
fear with
picture
all the
that I'm
ghost
looking
hunters
for.
was that it would be like the same show, different group all the time because they would all be talking about the same things. But I think we've kind of found ways to keep the perspective new and fresh, and we try not to repeat questions to the different people.
Nice.
Yeah. I went from writing out questions to I'm just going to go with it and see what everybody says. So
Just wing it, and if we talk about crock pots, we talk about crock pots. That's
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine because we're also human.
Ghosts used to eat too.
Yeah. I'll ask him, hey, do
Someone-
you like coffee? Are you a coffee drinker?
Yeah.
Like
Do
my
you,
son, it was so funny when my son started investigating. My older son, he's 24. He actually started before me, and he asked the spirits if they like mustard. I'm like, what? That's so random. But I mean, they're probably sick of the same old,
yeah.
are you male? Are you female? How old
Yeah.
are you? I try to think outside the box and do something different. So
Did you own a crock pot? Like,
Yeah.
We need to know.
Was it your favorite way to cook?
Do you like beef roast?
Yeah.
Oh, I
But
make this really good beef roast in the crock pot, and it's a Campbell's sauce packet. It's called Tavern Roast.
I think I saw that one. I haven't tried it yet though.
Like a silver
Yeah.
package or black or something. But you just put the roast in there with the sauce, and oh, it's so good.
I
Y'all
do
are making me hungry.
the one I do is oops. It's cream of mushroom soup, but you could use whatever soup you wanted. So it's cream of something soup and then the dry onion. Like
Oh,
and then
okay.
you just put it in there with the roast and then just let it cook. And I just toss veggies in there.
Ooh.
My favorite is green
Sounds good.
beans. To put green beans in there.
Yes.
And I'm not a big
I love
potato
green
person,
beans.
but I put potatoes in there. Yeah. I'm like the only Irish person that doesn't like potatoes.
Oh,
This is why we
Yeah,
kicked
you
her
are.
out.
there you go.
Sorry, guys.
We kicked her out of the
Banished,
country.
banished. Kick her off
we-
the island.
Yes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. The tribe has spoken.
Eh.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. I'm just like, they're just, I don't know. They're just
Yeah.
bland. I don't know. Just have to.
I don't like onions. I like anything but onions. But like I'll eat those little like crispy like fried onions or like an onion seasoning's fine. Just
Yeah.
I can't stand like biting into a chunk of onion.
I love
Yes.
onions. I love
I
them.
always make the joke that, like, you know, the people that always say I like fish that doesn't taste like fish. I'm good with onions that don't taste like onions. I'll do them sauteed. I'll do them dehydrated. I'll do them crunchy, like crispy, like the onion straws.
Mhm.
Do not give me raw onion, because the minute I taste that crunch, it's over.
I love it. I love it.
See, that's why
Again, this is why the tribe spoke against you, ma'am.
Fine,
Nobody said
guys.
she had good taste. I love her dearly, but nobody said she had good taste. Just saying.
I just like to be different. There's nothing wrong with that.
There you go.
It's okay. We still love you. We'll forgive
Thanks.
you for your inconsistencies and your infidelities against food.
Don't
Pretty
let it happen.
aggressive. Pretty aggressive, guys, but okay.
I'm family, so it's my right to pick on you. Everybody else got to stay in line and take a number, though.
You got to get behind the queen.
So Stacy's doing a great job.
It's only okay for me, okay? I'm allowed to pick on you. Nobody else is, though.
Rebel
We're
started
kind of like
it. She's
siblings
the ringleader.
there.
Yeah. Rebel started it.
Well,
She always
Rebel
does.
started it. She's the ringleader.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about, guys. I'm sweet and innocent over here. I don't bother nobody with nothing. Can't you
When
see
she's
my
sleeping.
halo?
Wink,
Ding.
When
Don't you
she's
see the halo
sleeping.
above my head? Ding. Wait. Let me take it down and shine it up and ding.
Put it back on the devil horn. Gotcha. All
Yeah.
right.
Something's got to hold it
Well,
up.
exactly. Something's got to hold
Yep.
it up there.
Something got to hold it up. You're good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I have a cool story for you guys. So what started me in the paranormal, back in my 20s, I'm not gonna say how old I am,
Don't.
but back in my 20s, I had left work and I'm sitting in my car. The car's running, but it's in park, and I'm checking stuff on my phone before I start driving. And I had a black cross necklace on my rearview mirror, like one of those from Hot Topic that's like a choker, and it had like a black cross hanging off of it. No lie, I'm sitting there looking at my phone, and this cross necklace goes around the rearview mirror and smacks down on my dash. And I'm like, did I just see what I think I saw? Like in a split second, like it just like that. And I'm like, what the necklace wasn't broken, the mirror wasn't broken. I have like zero explanation for it. And ever since then, I've just started to like notice things. Like I would be like, you know, like you see out of the corner of your eye, like someone walking down the sidewalk, and you look and it's like there's nobody there. And you're like, I know I saw someone walking down the sidewalk. That's what started me in the paranormal. I started noticing all these things that were, I don't know if I just never noticed before, because we're, you know, you're taught like, oh, ghosts aren't real. That doesn't exist.
Right.
You know, you're not seeing that. You're not hearing that. But it's almost like that one experience happened and then just kind of opened up my eyes to everything else.
like spirals after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've actually had stuff like that happen to me too. So it's amazing that I didn't just like completely go into the paranormal. I was just more like I'm still skeptical for some reason, even though it's right in my face.
Yeah.
But like I was in a car accident in 2021, and the day I had the car accident, I actually saw my friend who passed away. I saw him like walk in the distance, like close to my car, but like close enough I could see him, but and see who he was. But far enough away that it was like he wasn't that close. So literally I saw him for a split second and I looked at it and I was just like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And then I went on with my day and then like a couple hours later I was in a car accident. Um so
Wow,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. It was very close to his anniversary and birthday, which are very close to each other. So it was all
I
in the
feel
month
like
of March.
I feel like once you have a paranormal experience, you can't shut it off. Like it just happens all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, stuff like that happened with him like right after he passed away. So like the radio in my car would go crazy and we would always sing in the car. Like that's what we would do. Like we would drink and sing in the car. And then I would drive home like late, like in the middle of the night, early morning hours from someone's house. And like my radio would just randomly go off. Or um the song Leather and Lace by Stevie Nicks and Don Henley. That was like the song that we were gonna sing, like, and then he passed away before that could happen. Um I'm in the car and I'm singing the Stevie Nicks part, and then right before Don Henley comes in, the radio shuts off. And I was
Hmm.
like, "Dude, that's not funny.
Hmm.
Give me my song back. I'm gonna sing it. You're
Yeah,
not here to help
right?
me."
I don't
And
want
I
to hear
turned it
it.
back on, and it was fine. And he was a
Interesting.
big Disney fan. And the other thing that happened, uh, I had Sirius XM in my car. This is obviously my old car because of the accident. Um, I got home. I had pulled in, turned the car off and everything, and the next day I get in the car and it's on a completely different station, not one I had programmed. It was Disney Hits, and I didn't even know there was a Disney Hits station on Sirius XM. It wasn't
Oh,
programmed. I
okay.
had never heard it before. It was just on when I turned the car on, and I was like, "Well, that was weird." So,
Hmm.
yeah, it's like
That
little
was a
things, and then yeah, and he does stuff like that all the time, and it's a much less now. I think he's finally moved further on, but
okay.
yeah, it's much less now, but
Good to know they're okay though.
yeah, I think that's more what it was. It's because we got really close really fast, and then
Okay.
he passed away all of a sudden.
I'm sorry. That's
It's okay.
rough.
Yeah.
It's all right. It happens. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I investigate.
Yeah.
Because I
Exactly.
know I see what I see and I know I feel what I feel, but we're all chasing the golden
Goose.
evidence,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Golden ticket.
But for me, I mean, it's fun. I like doing it. I enjoy
Yeah.
it. It's a nice hobby. I like learning from everybody I work with. Everybody has their own different technique and way of investigating. Like my teammate John does the thing with the fog and the lasers.
Mhm.
And I mean, until I met him, that was unheard of for me. I'm like, you do what?
Yeah.
Why? But it's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
so
it.
neat. I
We
can't
have a
wait to
new
see that.
equipment sponsor, EPS, and like they put like a REM pod and an antique doll, and they're sending us so many cool things to use on season 2, and
Oh, that's
it's like
awesome.
stuff you wouldn't think of. Like, wow,
That's really neat.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I have my light up dowsing rods from the Ghost Hunter store, which are my absolute favorite. And the
I didn't even
tripwire.
know they made those. I've been online on Ghost Hunting store because I want to grab some stuff because I think it would be interesting to like start doing stuff like here and there because we've talked about going and doing things too. So I did not see those online, but I'm gonna have to go look at those.
Oh, they're so cool. They're my
Yeah.
favorite. They make a new set now that have EMF detectors in them. So
Oh, cool.
you could just, prop them up on the floor, prop them up against something, and it's an EMF detector.
Oh, that's
Or our
cool.
one medium said to take the rod and hang it off of something that the light up part hangs down to
Mhm.
see if anything like makes it move.
Oh,
Which
that's really neat.
I wouldn't have thought of that. But
No,
that's me learning from everybody I work with.
I love that.
Pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know everything. I don't even know half of everything. But
Well, I don't
everybody
know anything, so
there you go. Well, we'll teach you.
yeah,
Or the
I love that.
Queen Rebel can teach you. Ringleader rebel.
I think ringleader is more like it.
I like the way that sounds.
I do too. It's got a good ring to it.
It does actually.
I like it.
Ringleader rebel. It'll catch on. Hashtag trending.
You need it like a team shirt. Ringleader rebel.
I'll get on that.
This is me encouraging
Yeah.
shenanigans.
I'm in
Do
the
we
process
really
of making our
require
shirt.
encouragement for shenanigans, though? We seem to have that
No.
pretty down together.
We got a good vibe. It comes naturally. Like,
Yeah. I'm totally gonna make note of ringleader rebel really quick because I'm in the process of making us shirts and stuff. So we're writing that down.
next podcast, I want your little blue name there to say ringleader rebel.
It'll have to say ringleader rebel hashtag Dark Echoes Paranormal.
There you go. Last night I did a live on our Facebook fan page just so people could see the Clifton Theater because I know it's kind of in the middle of nowhere or maybe people couldn't afford the tickets or whatever. So I gave everybody a tour. Oh, it was so funny. I kept tripping over stuff. I forget what John did. Someone came around the corner and scared the crap out of John. And we were like, man, this thing is like full of bloopers.
See,
I like to
that
show
would
the
be
not
me.
so serious side.
That
Yeah.
I would be the not so serious side because I would be the one that trips over everything in the dark. I'd get caught
Mhm.
laughing. I'd end up farting on camera. Like everything that could go wrong would.
There'll be
I
a real
would
quiet
be-
moment. You'll hear me. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I would be a whole ass episode of the Three Stooges all by myself. Just saying.
She's a whole blooper reel just by herself.
I
Yeah.
really am. Blooper reel rebel. Hashtag trend it.
We have to watch our swearing because on international TV, they're like, no.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
You can't put
That's
too many bleeps in. You gotta watch the swearing.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And since
gotta
we're not
love-
scripted and nothing's faked, Matt's like, hey, if somebody farts on camera, that's staying in there. It is what it is. He
Let's
goes, "If
make
I
a
like the
bubble and bring acknowledgement to it. You see the little bubble
Aw.
come out of whoever's butt, and it says,
You'd hear me, like-
"Brrr."
laughing in the background."
If someone just goes, "Did you just fart?"
Yeah, but whatever happens, that's what happens.
I love
it's
that.
completely real.
I love
We
the
have
reality
no
of it.
walkie-talkies. No walkie-talkie, so it doesn't interfere with equipment. Matt, even if you're not even investigating and you're in another building, Matt's like, your phone is on airplane mode. Like we're not effing around.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. Because if it wasn't 100% real, I wouldn't be on the team. I'd be like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, no, I like that too, and like the fact that you admit, like sometimes stuff just doesn't happen. So, like,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
like
not
that.
everything is haunted all the time.
Yeah.
yep. Or maybe it takes you, 5-10 minutes to build a rapport with a spirit that they trust you enough to start communicating with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a factor
Instead
too.
of, is there anybody here with me? No. I try to think of different questions every time I do it. Like, what can I do
I'd be
differently?
the
What can I
one-
say differently?
I'd be the one. Hey, Mr. Ghost, did you pick your nose when you were alive? How about can we get some action going on here? No, can you pick
Okay,
mine?
Mr.
No, I'm
Ghost.
just
Nah, I love
Okay,
the fact
Mr.
that you like
Ghost,
read
can you
them and
fart
stuff.
for me?
Yeah. Do ghost farts smell? Oh.
Oh my God. The other night I couldn't fall asleep. And I don't know what was so funny. My son got this stuffed hamster from Build-A-Bear and I couldn't sleep. And like when I'm like overly exhausted, I get the giggles. I ramble on and I'm like, I wonder what a hamster fart sounds like. So I put it on Facebook. I'm like, me not being able to sleep. I wonder what a hamster fart sounds like.
these are the
Right.
questions that plague our minds.
Does Bigfoot exist? What's a hamster fart sound like? Find out on the next episode. Like,
Where we answer all the tough questions.
yep. Oh man.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I really appreciate you being here with us and taking your time out of your busy
Thanks.
day to chat with us. Is there anything you want to leave the viewers at home with in closing?
Feel free to join the Dark Echoes Paranormal regular page and the fan page. And if you are a team or another investigator, you can post and promote on there. Also subscribe to Paraflix. Give us a watch. Let us know what you think. And coming soon, season 2.
And when you're done doing all of that, be sure to like and subscribe this video.
Yes. Tell us what a
'Cause-
bunch of goofballs we are. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know that the entire world just wants to be thriving in chaos with us. I mean, there's
Yeah.
just no way around it.
Feel free to comment your favorite crockpot recipe. I mean, we need to
Yeah.
know.
For real. Ooh, I made a
Paranormal
good
crock
chicken
pot
mushroom.
recipes.
We're gonna have 100 recipe comments. That's gonna
That's
be
okay.
I know.
I know.
But it's
we'll make sure we
okay.
get
I'm
them to
looking to
Stacy
improve
too.
my skills anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a potluck, and everybody has to bring something in a crock pot. A crock pot
Yeah,
potluck.
That's it. This summer we're having a paranormal potluck. Hashtag it, trend it.
Yes.
Oh, I would love that. We should totally do
Forget
that.
the Paracons. I want a potluck. I want
That would
food.
be awesome.
Yes, they never have food at those things.
And then all you have to do is just change the name of your food to something that sounds spooky, like these are my ghost meatballs, or my apparition pot roast. I don't know.
This is my pride of the paranormal pot roast.
Yes. Who doesn't love to eat? Seriously.
The paranormal part is the fact that it's not raw and I'm the one that cooked it.
I love it. I love it. We're going to
And
roll with that idea.
yes,
I like it. We should totally do that.
You guys feel free to comment, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to email us at thrivinginchaostv@gmail.com. And with that, we are